Hey everybody, this is Analyn and Analyn Miller here.
Incredible Family Live. Today we're going to talk to you about shining eyes. One of the most important principles for strengths-based parenting is where do we look to measure the results. Benjamin Zander, he's the famous conductor of the Boston Philharmonic Orchestra, gave us a very cool standard. Look at your children's eyes.
You know, I think we hear, I don't know if you guys have heard the term that, you know, your eyes are the window to your soul, and that whole imagery of, you know, when you look at someone, you could see if they're happy, or you can see if they're sad, you could see if they're frustrated. And for us, like he mentioned, the whole premise behind playing to their strengths is really watching for your kids, and when their eyes are shining, when they look super engaged and happy and full of joy in the things that they're doing.
Yeah, so when our kids' eyes aren't shining, we get to ask a question. And it's not an easy question.
No.
The question is, who am I being that my children's eyes are not shining? And we've asked ourselves this question dozens, if not hundreds of times.
And it's not always easy to ask yourself that, to be honest.
It's a whole lot easier to blame them
for
sure. Why their eyes aren't shining. Well, if they just didn't, and if they did, or whatever that is. But as parents who are really endeavoring to shift the tone in the home, to shift the culture to one that is more positive, uplifting, decreasing frustration, increasing fascination, all of these ways that we see a shift and really an amazing outcome of focusing on our kids' strengths. Strengths-based parenting can start by looking in their eyes.
Awesome.
Let's add more to that.
Okay.
Because if we're looking at their eyes, I think it's fair to say we have to look at our own.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I think that would be good.
Yeah, and I know that this is a little more challenging because there's dynamics here that affect our eyes. We have a boss that is going to affect the shine in our eyes.
Sure.
We have our partner, our spouse, loved ones that affect our shine in our eyes. Certainly our children as they age, adult kids, friends, all of these compound.
There's a lot of situational items that can affect us too.
That's right.
Yeah.
In all fairness to us as adults, when we arrive at the place where we are responsible for our own attitude, we are responsible for our own behavior, then we do get to ask the question in reverse, who am I being that my eyes aren't shining? And what might I do differently? Now, sometimes that's going to be who am I spending time with that might be pulling me down or building me up. But I would share with you that parents we meet whose eyes are shining, it's often because the application they're giving to their kids of seeing their strengths and appreciating them and building on them, they actually are affording to themselves as well.
That's good.
I mean, if you think about being gracious, let's just use that word grace.
Okay.
How would you define grace?
I would define grace as giving someone unmerited favor.
Yeah, and or giving a break. Giving someone a chance. Giving someone something they may not have earned or deserved.
Yeah.
Well, when you give that to yourself, when you fail, because believe me, we have lots of epic parent failures. When you fail, the reality is if you show yourself that grace, you have the ability to see your eyes increase in their shine. So more on this. We wish you a great night. Incredible Family Live. Take care.